Hey, welcome back. It's so good to see you again.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you doing so brilliantly. And I think you did a really, really nice job there of summarizing what is a horrific situation here in the UK that's been going on, as you say, I've been calling it for, since 2015. So it's very uplifting to see the daylight get to this story now.
It's stunning that it took this long for the world to catch up, but it took Elon Musk, one man, really putting more light and more of an uncensored discourse, launching all of that for this whole discussion to get back onto the surface. And what stuns me, Katie, is when I looked back on the Daily Mirror's coverage of this, they were ostensibly the ones who broke the long-term investigation back in, several years ago, back in 2018. And when you look at their updated stories, they're defending the government. What's going on there?
Yeah, so there's a few things that are similar with America and a few things that are helpful to explain. And first up is that Elon Musk has absolutely, for me, it's as if we've been in a concrete bunker, with concrete over our heads. And Elon has just come in with some serious grenades and he has blown the roof off the thing. And I don't care whether you love him or hate him, he has blown everything wide apart. When I was eviscerated for 5 years from my country, and so grateful to America for allowing me to walk its roads and speak in places still when I couldn't come home. I was banned from then Twitter, and it was Elon Musk that personally brought me and Tommy Robinson back on the same day, on Guy Fawkes Day, actually, here in the UK. But what's important to differentiate
How
with
symbolic.
America, and I appreciate your issue with illegals. I've spent time on your southern border. I understand. However, here it is a particular Islamic problem that we have. And Muslim voters vote according to their religion. And Muslim voters vote Labour. They vote Keir Starmer. And the Daily Mirror is a left-wing paper. So they will conceal it, they will hide it, because Keir Starmer wants their votes, the Daily Mirror wants the audience, and that's why everybody keeps their heads down, because they want to kind of play up to the voters that are effectively what would be Democrat voters in your country.
So that makes sense because looking at it from the U.S. side, it was baffling to see that the very network or the very publication that broke this story and really got people to pay attention to it, even if they were a tabloid paper, they end up backpedaling and defending Keir Starmer. Now, under Keir Starmer, we have someone, the Labour Home Office Minister is Jess Phillips. She's been in the news also under a spotlight. Reportedly, Jess Phillips has denied repeated requests to lead a public inquiry into the kind of child sex exploitation that is being discussed here, and the abuse and trafficking
Yes.
of girls as young as 11 by gangs of Pakistani migrants. She says these are local matters, does not require government intervention.
Yeah,
How does
exactly.
she get
So
away with saying that?
she's a safeguarding minister. She's supposed to be there for women, but Jess Phillips requires the Muslim vote in order to keep her seat. It's very much like Ilhan Omar playing up to her crowd. And so she will do anything to protect those Muslim men, majority Pakistani Muslim men. And that means, if that means hiding sex abuse of children. And I think an important point is that this isn't something in the past. This isn't something of the past. This is going on every day throughout the UK. And it is not haphazard, as you might imagine, with migrants or illegals. This is a sophisticated, coordinated, and controlled network transferring young girls up and down the country to be exploited. And I think, back in 2015, when I called this stuff out, I was threatened then with arrest and imprisonment. Now, under Keir Starmer, I would certainly be in prison with my friend Tommy Robinson. And to your first point in your package there that you mentioned about the difference in law, the two jihadis who came to behead me about 6 years ago, one of them has just been released from prison early, before serving their time. They've been set free. So whilst we have Tommy Robinson languishing in solitary confinement for fighting the good fight, we have jihadis who came to behead me free on the streets. It is truly a crazy time. And if I may just say, and I'll be quiet then, I just wanted to say, it's going to set me off, but thank you to the American people for tirelessly campaigning and their determination to vote for Donald J. Trump. I cannot tell you what you have brought to the UK. You have brought hope, you have brought optimism, and you truly are the shining light on the hill. And I really wanted to just pass that message in person.
Katie, we have so much respect for what you have done over the years. People have dismissed, they dismiss voices like yours as these radical voices, but you were just ahead of your time, and what you were saying back then was not resonating with so many people because they thought, well, the government says it's not happening, so it may not really be happening, but there's so much. We have a lot of respect for what you have done, and you're tirelessly standing up to all of this. And not to dismiss or diminish not to diminish the censorship and the persecution that some voices have on the United States side, but talk about the kind of censorship that you've had to undergo and the kind of literal death threats you've gone through. Jihadis who are out to get you is no joke. I would much rather face an Antifa person than a jihadi, but you have exhibited a lot of bravery standing up to this. Another scuffle that is happening, and I wanted your take on this, is Elon Musk coming out and making a statement that the Reform Party needs a different kind of leader, someone who is not Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage, of course, is a huge Trump ally, very popular here in the United States and overseas. And for Musk, who is Trump's closest advisor, for him to come out and say that Nigel Farage is not the right guy to lead the Reform Party, that's stunning. And I wanted your reaction to Nigel Farage's response to it. It's clearly a blow. Watch this.
He's tweeting about everything. He's tweeting about farming. He's tweeting about Keir Starmer's competence. He's tweeting about Tommy Robinson. He's tweeting about me, Reform UK. He has a whole range of opinions, some of which I agree with very strongly, and others of which I'm more reticent about.
I know you know all the players involved here. What's happening, and how is this split going to play out?
Yeah, it's actually it's about three characters. It's Elon Musk, who, for me has been so fantastic at just bringing light and air into conversations, whether we agree or disagree. It doesn't matter to me. Let's get everything in the open. Then you have Nigel Farage, who is very, very concerned with taking full control, having full power to himself. He would not enjoy being told anything by Elon Musk, actually, though he would enjoy his $100 million, I'm sure. And then you have Tommy Robinson. Now, Elon, because he is an American in the sense of he understands justice, you guys are brought up knowing about the Supreme Court. So Elon Musk can see the injustice faced by Tommy Robinson. But Nigel Farage does not want Tommy Robinson anywhere near him. He puts Tommy exactly in that camp that you spoke about, far right, former EDL. Right. Nigel wants to distance himself. And what we need to do here is we all need to work together. Elon Musk brings us free speech. Nigel Farage needs to rectify the injustices in this country, and Tommy Robinson can keep fighting the good fight. So what needs to happen is Nigel Farage needs to take some military discipline and hold the line. And if I was their mother right now, I would smack each of their bottoms and send them upstairs to bed to think about their behavior.
Well, I think that should set a lot of things straight. But one more thing before I let you go, we're out of time. I needed your reaction to Justin Trudeau, our favorite figure over here in Canada. He's announced he's stepping down as Canada's Prime Minister and Liberal Party leader. This is a huge blow to the Labour Party folks over there in England too. What do you make of this?
Oh, it's brilliant. I love you. I love all of America at this point. Well, not the Democrats, but all Republicans, all of MAGA. I love Elon. I love Trudeau resigning over in Canada. I love the fact that Keir Starmer has to be out pretty soon. I love that we're going to have January the 20th in America celebrating. I mean, at this point, we have Milei in Argentina. We have Meloni in Italy.
Yeah.
Macron isn't long in France. I mean, we are now winning really, really hard. And let me tell you, I am rubbing it in everyone's faces every darn day. And I'm super proud to be alive at this moment. So well done, you guys.
As well you should. You deserve that victory lap. You deserve multiple victory laps. Katie Hopkins, thank you so much for joining us. It's so good to see your face again.
Lovely to see you. And I'll see all Patriots on January 20th in DC.
Amazing. We'll see you then. What is Judge Merchan proving by sentencing Trump? Now, of all times, the CEO of Bannon's War Room podcast, Maureen Bannon, and political commentator George Bahisi. Both of them join us next. Don't go away.